I think I might have a fucking problem.
Pushing out a rolling marijuana.
Thinking about getting more to the bank, but they won't let me in cause I smell like dank. I think I might have a motherfucking problem.
Get it.
I think I might have a motherfucking problem.
YouTube, what it be like? It's your boy Fo, and bro, we are back on that Madden 19. In today's video, we're gonna be taking a look at I-form close flex. Alright, if you're new to my channel and this is your first time seeing me, I appreciate that view, but you know you gotta like and sub, my boy. We put in so much effort to make sure we can upload quality content, and we upload a lot, and that is 100, man. We always got good information over here. Now we have a 4K sub giveaway going on right now. I'm gonna take one lucky sub, let them pick the game, and then I'll send it to you. It is on me, my boy. All you need to do to enter this raffle is subscribe. That's all you gotta do. So your next game could be on me, so you want to stick around for that. All my day ones, y'all know what it is. Y'all keep me motivated. Let's get straight to it. Now we were covering weak close out of Baltimore's playbook. Now the reason why we're looking at I-form close flex is because, bro, you want to be able to get additional plays out of like formations. Now unfortunately they patched the route swapping, so with playbook shot we don't have the route swapping option that we had before, but we still have the motion route, we still have the rocket catch animation, we still got PA cross F wheel, we got a nice dive, we also got the inside zone. The bench play still is very nice, which I still can go back when I start to button this scheme up at the very end. I'll talk about that. But when we go to I-form close flex, nobody moves in this formation when we go to it aside from the fullback. So it's really easy to go back and forth between these two formations and get additional plays. So now look what we get. Now we still got the cross F wheel. We get zone weak as well, so now we got a run going to the left, we got an outside run going to the outside in the stretch. Flanker drive is so simple, but it works, bro, for real. That's a good passing play. And then we got PATE corner. So let's go ahead and take a look at PATE corner, put it on the field, and then we'll show you how we like to run it, because it's really simple in how we like to run it. Now the reason why I like to go to this is because this particular formation works really well against hash marks. And I've had people comment before talking about, can I show a little bit more like information about like hash marks and like what happens when you're on the left or right hash mark. Well, in game with this scheme, this particular play does very well against if you're on the left or the right hash mark. Alright, so we're going to talk about that in this video too as well. So one of the reasons why I like this formation is because I can move this fullback to the right outside, or I can move this fullback to the left inside. Whereas in the weak close flex, he can't move like that. So if you're on the left hash mark, or if you're on the right hash mark, you can run this formation flip. One of the good things you can do is wheel this player, and then you can motion him out. So that's gonna give us that glitchy, you know, we can catch and throw, and then we can run upfield. So even if they put hard flats on the field, which you can see the hard flats on the field now, we can motion this player out, and then we can just snap and throw, and then glitch out that player. You see, we almost get a first down right there. So that's one of the things we can do when it's hash mark, when we're on the hash mark. But then also another great setup when you're on the hash mark is motioning this player to the left, putting square on a zig right here, and then putting R1 on a hitch. I really love this as a nice quick passing option for us. You can see Julio, the circle route, is on that glitchy, hard angling route that is in single back tight slots, deep posts that I like to run a lot. So look, we're going against cover for a drop right here, and the curl flat reacts when you're on the hash mark. The curl flat reacts really weird. You see he mans up and he'll leave this player wide open, right? That's one way to look at it. But then also keep in mind that if they are playing like cloud flats, for instance, and we run the same setup, then we can still throw to the outside. He'll still get outside for us. So that's a player that gets open as well. But then also remember, we'll keep this rolling, all right? And now this is back in the curl flats like situation. So also another thing is look, so we can always hit the hitch because the hook zone is actually being pulled up by the angle route as well. So that's something we can look at as well. So this is a great quick passing option because you're flooding the left side of the field on the left hash mark, right? So that's what's really interesting, because most times when you're playing on the left hash mark, you don't have as much field to work with, so they're assuming that you will maybe flood the right side of the field because you got more room to work with. But we're actually wanting to take advantage of the same side because the zones play really weird when they're kind of congested like that. So now you can see this is an instance of, and I'll show you real quick. This is a situation where we're just reading what's happening. So look, I'm looking at the hook zone, I'm reading him. You see he's playing the hitch, and then I'm also reading this player. Now this player just drops back when they go to cloud flats. I could dump the ball off, but look, this player was initially guarding the hitch. You see he's not deep enough, and I can throw behind him. So that's the thing. We're making really, this is 3-on-2. They really got to bring somebody over from the opposite side. But what my recommendation is if they start to bring this player over, then what I would do is either put this player in a curl, or I would put this player in a zig. That way they're kind of all running in unison, and this player can kind of dip in and then go out, and he'll get underneath this route. I mean this flat. So that would be the way that I would look at it. It's really, really quick and easy. It's like quick hitting. This is a quick hitting play. So another thing that you can do as well is you can always just motion this player out, block the running back, and then streak or fade R1. When you're on the hash mark, this is something that you can do. Now you're flooding the left side of the field. So we can go ahead and snap the ball. And then you can see it's a hollow read. It's pretty simple for us to read if he drops down for whatever reason. And that's just saying, say they play hard flat. So let me make sure I bring that up too. So, because it's still an easy read. So if they play hard flats, then it's still an easy read for us, right? Hard flat's going to mean that hook zone is going to drop down. We can throw behind it. But if they play hard flats, and then against our setup right here, because they don't know whether or not we're running that wheel route on that player, right? And then they run hard flats. I could be running this setup and not the wheel route setup. So that's what makes this play good, is because they can't see our play art. We know what we're doing, but we either have R1 in the wheel where we're going to quick throw, or we have him in the fade. So now they're running that. And then I'm going to be able to get several people open. The first thing is if they're playing underneath coverage, we're going to be able to now hit the tight end because they're afraid. So they're playing underneath coverage, maybe moving a player outside. And now we've kind of schemed it to where we can get this player open. But also remember that this player will eventually come open as well. And then you see initially, if they're playing hard flats, initially you can throw to this guy if you just need a couple of yards. I wouldn't recommend it because you can see they're playing low to him, but you can still hit him. It's not like you can't get a couple of yards. If you need 2 yards out of that 3 yards, you can get it. So looking at something like cover 2, then what we want to look at with cover 2 is I would fade that player. You can do a couple of things. So you can motion this player over. You can streak that player. You can fade that player. That's an easy way to do it. It just depends. That gives you a high-low. So now you can throw low to that player. And then you can also throw to this player. So in cover 2, that gives us the drag initially, and then it gives us the angle route coming back over the middle of the field. If we set up like that, that's a way to do it. Also remember, against cover 3, let me make sure I mention that too. Against cover 3 on the hash mark, you can set up a bomb if you wanted to. So you can just streak this player like that. See, and then you can bomb cover 3. So that's a way to bomb cover 3. They've kind of fixed it for the most part, but you can still get away with it in some instances. That's one way to get away with it. This play still works against shit like cover 6 and cover 9 if they call it. So say they call cover 6, right? And you can see it right there. So depending on where it's set up is depending on what you're gonna do. Like if they run it and you notice that they're running the cover 4 side a lot to that side, then what you would do is you would fade this player, you would fade that player, and then you block the running back. That'd be the way to do that. And then that's gonna give you an opportunity to just throw right up the middle right there. If they play like cover 2 side to the same side as you, then you can always motion this player out. You can fade him like that, and then you can fade this player like that. So that'll work. So you can see right there where now the middle of the field is open. So you could pretty much do that against like cover 6, cover 9, and then also remember that against something like cover 4 quarters if they're not playing protected sticks. I don't know why anybody wouldn't be in one. I don't know why anybody would be in one of these defenses now, but like I was saying, you can fade these 2 players right here like that, and then that's gonna allow you to be able to bomb for a touchdown pretty easy. So it's a lot you can do with this play, man. But at the same time, like I said, we can put this player in a wheel, and they don't know, bro. It can be a wheel or it can be a fade. You just don't know. And then you motion, snap, you throw him out. See, just like that, we up the field. So I don't know, this is something that I just wanted to talk about. I'm gonna drop some defense for y'all. I know y'all requesting that, so definitely look out for the defense coming soon. But see, I love this because you can just go between this formation, and then it's really easy for you to go into the weak close. See, nobody moves except for the fullback. So this now gives us access to all of these other plays that we have, and then we can kind of get into our shit that we like to run with this as well. So anyway, hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. Hopefully that was helpful because it works perfectly into this scheme. So like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell as well so you can know when we post. And as always, respect the OGs. Peace.